when a person does not utilize the gift that Hashem gave him of intellect, his mind will want other things. He'll have to occupy his mind with something. He'll have to occupy his mind with different things. And not a week goes by without me getting at least several messages and calls and all types of requests from people for me to help them with their addiction to Instagram, with their addiction to some other part of social media. Now, many times they don't realize that it's their addiction to social media. They just tell me they have a problem. They have a problem that they're not happy with their marriage. They have a problem that they're not successful in business. They have a problem that they're not sure why they can't understand or what they're reading when they're trying to learn Torah, or they're too bored, or they don't like it. And many times I ask them different series of questions. What do you do with your time? Do you watch TV? Do you watch movies? Do you watch, pornography, immorality? What do you do? I ask them about their life. And each person tells me different things about their life. The more I know, the easier it is for me to understand how I can help the person. And I can tell you that literally, no less than 75% of the time, you find one common denominator among all of these people that are confused, that are miserable, that are questioning even their existence, which is they waste an enormous amount of time on social media, watching other people live their life. They watch people that are selling jewelry and how they gamble on every transaction. Or they watch people selling sneakers and clothes. Or they watch people playing soccer. Or they watch people buying and selling, trading cards. Or they watch people play video games. Or they watch people do all types of things. And literally, they live vicariously through other people's lives while ignoring their own life. Now, why would anybody do that? Because their mind needs something. It needs to be occupied with something. They have a developed mind. They don't have a dull mind. They have a developed mind. But they don't use that mind the right way. So instead, it has to be occupied with something. So the easiest choice for the Satan to send a person is some interesting video. Especially today, since you have all the shorts, the 1 minute or 2 minute clips or 30-second clips of different people showing you different things that they're doing, where they're beating each other up, or they're buying, or they're selling, or they're showing off their cars, or showing off something else. It's everywhere. It's literally like a plague in the world. And then you hear about how much this guy made by having this TikTok profile. Now he made $50 million and this guy made $20 million. And you think, wow, maybe I can learn something from him. And the reality is, before you finish that doom scrolling for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, you realize that you've just wasted all of your free time. You've wasted all of that time that you were supposed to designate towards learning Torah, designate towards spending with your family, designate towards even working on your business. You've wasted all of it. Many times it leads to sleep problems. People keep telling me, listen, I can't fall asleep till 3 o'clock in the morning. So what do? You work till 1, 2 o'clock? No, Rabbi, I come home usually at 6 o'clock. So what do you do between 6 and 3 o'clock in the morning? Let's just say you start work at 9. You finish work at 5. Okay? So you have 8 hours there. Takes you an hour to get home, eat, drink, whatever it is. You finish everything by 6. 6 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning, you're talking about 9 hours. Meaning you have just as much time after work as you do at work. What do you do with that all half of your life? Honestly, Rabbi, sometimes I try to study a little bit for like a half hour, maybe an hour. I'll watch a shiur, I'll read something. Okay, great. Let's say you read an hour every day, or you watch a shiur an hour every day. Fine. What do you do with the other 8 hours? It's a whole life. What do you do with it? You watch TV? No, Rabbi, I don't watch TV. I don't want it. Okay. You watch movies? No, not so much. So what do? Well, a lot of times I'm on the internet. What are you trying to learn on the internet? Are you trying to learn how to become a developer, an architect, an engineer, a scientist? What are you trying to learn? No, usually it's just shtuyot, nonsense. I'm watching this guy, the jeweler, and this guy, the car salesman, and that guy. So in so many words, you're watching videos of people living their life, or at least what they want to show you out of their life, and you're living vicariously through their life as if you are in the car dealership buying the car or selling the car, as if you are in the soccer stadium kicking the ball, as if you are in the jewelry store, as if you are, buying a flight from this private jet company, as if you are doing all of those things. But in reality, you're not doing any of it. In fact, you cannot even use any of the things that you've learned from those videos. Meaning it's not even applicable to your life. So you're living vicariously through their life, while at the same token ignoring your life completely. All because your mind that Hashem gave you needs something to stimulate it. And instead of you stimulating it with something useful, something productive, you're stimulating it with the worst possible thing. Something that has nothing to do with your life, but is purely making your brain into mush, numb, just to pass time, just to burn time. And we've all fell for it for a certain amount of time, some more than some less, obviously. And the reality is, that's not happening or causing that much damage to just people that are simple-minded. We're talking about people that are very sophisticated, very intellectual, could burn not just hours of their day. We're talking about years of their life. Years of their life. Doomscrolling, they call it. But in reality, it's living through other people's videos while ignoring their life. Ignoring their life. Now, with that time, you can do so much. Now, of course, the best answer would be, instead of you wasting 8 hours or 6 hours watching some guy sell cars or cards or whatever it is that they do on these videos, you could learn Torah for 6 hours. But that's also not realistic. Why? You can't just go from zero Torah to learning 6 hours. It's just not going to happen. You don't have the mental and spiritual prowess that's required for you to learn that much. But that still doesn't justify you wasting that much time. So what can you do? Let's say you have 4 hours, 5 hours a day that you're burning on social media. Take an hour. Take 2 hours, as much as you can. Watch one of our shiur Torah. Not only will it help you spiritually, it'll help you with other parts of life, as you can see. We don't just talk about the different aspects of the Torah, the stories that happened 3,000 years ago. We talk about things that are relevant to today. But again, let's just say that 2 hours of my shiur Torah is all you can take. That still leaves you with at least 2 to 4 hours more. What do you do with that time? To say learn more Torah is not realistic. So what can you do? Take that time and realize that it's not just 4 hours a day that you're burning on nothing. It's 28 hours a week. 28 hours a week is considered enough time for a second career. 28 hours a week is enough time to learn and become an expert in a certain subject. 28 hours a week, you could start another business. 28 hours, you could actually do so much in that much time that literally you could have a business during a day or a job during a day and enough time for a second career with this other 28 hours. So instead of burning that time watching all types of nonsensical videos, learn a skill. Learn a skill. Learn something that could help you start a business. Learn a skill that could help you with your existing career, whether it's elevating you to a higher level in your existing career so you can make more, you can do more, or to start a second job, whatever it is. Use those 4 hours, at least if you're going to do nothing with it, do something that can actually help you. Learn some type of skill in today, since literally there's a video about everything. Whether you want to learn development, you want to learn artificial intelligence, you want to learn how to be a better person with tools, better with architecture, better with science, mathematics, there's literally tools for everything. Someone has made a bunch of videos about every subject. So of course, I can tell you, just use those 6 hours and just watch my shiur Torah. Within a year, you're becoming your own rabbi. That's just not going to happen. And it's not relevant to most people. And it's not necessary either. So take a couple of those hours. Learn some Torah with us. And then the other 4 hours, learn something that could expand your abilities in this world. So if you have a business, learn some skill that can make your business better. Learn better marketing skills, learn better hiring skills, learn something that's going to help you. Or if you don't really want to be in this business, you always thought about maybe starting something else, use that time to learn more about that something else. Use that time to start that something else. Why? It's a lot of time. You're talking about hours and hours every day. You don't have to be 9 to 5 in order to start something. You can start something 9 p.m. till 2 a.m. if you're going to be up anyway. The truth is, Rabotai, the more Hashem gifted us with intellectual, with IQ, with wisdom, the more we are obligated to utilize it. We never have the permission to ignore Hashem or His Torah. We're always obligated to learn Torah in the morning and at night. But at the same token, like I said, a person that doesn't learn anything, for them to go from learning zero to using all of their extra time that they're wasting to learn Torah, it's just not going to happen overnight. You have to elevate yourself. Go from zero to something, then zero from a little bit more than something. You get to an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, and little by little you get to more. Eventually, at some point, a person hits a certain plateau, and unless they push themselves through that plateau, they will stay where they are, and sometimes even fall back, so you have to constantly push yourself. But the same token, you could also do other things alongside with learning Torah. Just because a person learns Torah doesn't mean that you have to do nothing with the rest of your life. Most people that learn Torah in the world also have some form of a job, some way to make a living, some way to do things with their mind. While the haters, the anti-Semites, the anti-Torah people always personify the religious people as people that don't have anything, that don't know anything, but it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. The bigger the Chacham in Torah, the bigger they are in knowledge about a lot of other things too, and some of them utilize it for different things. A lot of people don't know that, some of the people that helped save this country, not just in past generations, even in recent generations. Orthodox Jews, for example, Ben Bernanke, the former Fed chief that bailed out the United States and, quite frankly, the majority of the world out of the biggest financial crisis we had in the last century. He's an Orthodox Jew. So a person that learns Torah doesn't mean that they can only learn Torah. They can learn other things, but again, make sure those other things are useful. So if you're already going to work, at least be the best at it. If you're already going to be in a certain field, at least be the best at it. Don't just waste your time away watching other people's life, because that's one thing you'll never be able to get back. You can watch all of the car videos and soccer videos and, I don't know, all types of dancing videos and whatever shtiot there is on the internet, and you will never benefit even 1% in your life out of any of it. If anything, it'll ruin your life. You will never benefit even a little bit from it. Quite frankly, I'm sure that even the people that hate me right now that are watching can say that the little bit that they watched of me right now benefited them more than all of those videos they've ever watched combined in their life. Why? Because simple. These are words that are actually going to help you in your life no matter where you came from. Whereas the soccer video, the boxing video, the sneaker video, the hand cards, all that stuff is useless. You need to buy something, go to the website, buy something, leave. You need to post something for your business, for something, go, post, leave. Don't start commenting on things and debating people. It's a complete waste of time. And needless to say, the people that are watching all these short videos that are about nothing, you're wasting your life. The reason why you keep going back to it every day is because your mind needs something. Your mind needs something. The reason why you can't go to sleep is because your mind needs something, and instead of satiating it with something that's going to actually stimulate your mind in a positive way, you actually gave it poison. You gave it nonsense. So now the mind is even hungrier, but it's already later at night. So now you can't even go to sleep. Instead of using your mind to serve Hashem, instead of using your mind in order to build yourself in this world, in order to become a better quality person, in order to become a better servant of Hashem, in order to become a better husband, a better wife, a better son, a better daughter, a better businessman, something better for heaven's sake. What did you do? Nothing. Nothing. You became another view on somebody else's statistics. That's it. And none of it will ever help you. No one will ever care you watched it. No one will ever reward you for it. You can't even utilize that knowledge in anything that you have. And you will regret every single minute you wasted watching those videos. Why? Because if you gather all those minutes together, you start realizing it's hours. And once you start gathering all those hours together, and you realize, wow, it's 2 hours there, 4 hours there, 6 hours there, another hour here. Before you know it, you start realizing, wow, I'm wasting 15, 20, 30 hours a week on nonsense, on nothing. I could do a million things in 20 hours. I could start a second business. I could literally build anything you want in 20 hours. It's a whole life. It's a whole life. And most people do not utilize their time properly. They simply waste it with nothing. With nothing. What Rabbeinu Bachya is telling us, if you are one of those that are simple-minded, your brain doesn't develop much. But you're honest, you're righteous. If the rabbi says, you do. Rabbi is telling you what God said, you listen, you don't question. He says, Maim Shelanu, you come with the bucket, I want the water, no problem. You won't be charged for not having a sophisticated mind because that's not what Hashem gave you. But if you're one of those people that was able to get good grades in school, that was able to make a good living because you were able to figure something out, you were able to figure out how to market, you were able to figure out how to sell, how to buy, how to do something, your mind is more developed, then you need to know that the more developed your mind is, the more HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to charge you if you don't utilize it the right way. The right way is finding a way to glorify Hashem's name. One way is, of course, learning His Torah. But until you get to the point where you're able to learn in every single moment that you're awake, what do you do with all that extra time? Develop yourself, find a way to gain more knowledge that benefits you, that helps you make more, so you can give more, in order to publicize Hashem's name, where at least, if you can't learn more about Torah, you could at least help other people find out about Hashem, and therefore they'll learn, and it'll be to your benefit as well. Either way, utilize your time properly, because you will never get it back. And when you do, you'll be more productive, you'll be more successful, and you'll even be more righteous. On the other hand, those that waste their lives live a life full of regret, full of questions, and more often than not, are more likely to become heretics, because they have plenty of questions, but have never exerted their time to find out what the answers are. These are the answers to help each and every one of us at least start a new beginning starting today. Thank you very much for learning with me. For anyone that wants to help and support, they can donate on our website, be'ezrat-hashem.org. And of course, those of you that want to be part of our Kimcha de Pischa campaign to help poor Jews in Israel, can donate on the campaign page, bhpesach.org. And of course, it's going to be in the comments, it's going to be on the website, it's going to be everywhere. Try to help as much as you possibly can. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we will learn again later this week. Kol tu b'cha b'atzlacha.